Big up the Toxic Show. No bust up to a whole lot of girl. Them can't wash plate, can't cook, can't even don't even know how to spell crutches. Wait now.
Hey, Gordon. Bump what they want, give them what they need. That's toxic reality, baby. Being a happily married wife of 17 years, I can honestly say I adore and need my man. And more women of today's society need to be reassured it's okay and perfectly healthy to proclaim the same. So keep that content coming.
I saw your show, and it looks really, really interesting. I'm really excited to hear what you have to say. I don't really know everything about what the term toxic reality is. Are you going to talk about that in the show?
For Well. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My traditional men and women shout out. Much love to another episode of the Toxic Reality Show. Your host, Gordon Nathaniel, bringing you the fine and wonderful festivities and conversation for this evening. Well, looks like Brother Samuels was once again, our dear departed Brother Samuels was saying this all along. An article by the New York Post saying Leo was right all along. Leo is the opposite of a cougar. And they're saying that, was Leo right all along? Age gap relationships to surge, meaning go up, in 2024, according to top dating site Bumble. Now, what's interesting about this is that men in the manosphere, right? We are called misogynists. Gordon, you're a misogynist. Younger women don't want to be with old men, blah, blah, blah. And what we found instead, right? Get this, what we find instead is that Bumble is saying that younger women are being courted by older men and more receptive to them. But why? We know why, right? The reason why this is happening is because men of means or older gentlemen have more money, have more of a foundation set up, have a home, have a car, have all of these things set up and ready for a relationship. Young men in their 20s are still trying to build their wealth and get there. By the time a man turns 40 to 50, they've hit their stride and they're in full sync with their potential and purpose. Now, what's interesting, and I'm going to show you the article, wrong one. I'm going to show you the article. Here we are. Now, according to the article, it says that the age gap in relationships was right all along. So we're going to scroll through this, right? It says positive vibes are expected, known as Gen Blend relationships. I'm going to read this along with you. They're expected to surge. Bumble reports as part of its annual dating trends forecast. 63% say age isn't a defining factor in dating. According to a global survey of over 26,000 Bumble app members, 35% of women confess they're less judgmental about age gap relationships. What's interesting, right? Men were vilified. Oh, Robert De Niro's an 80-year-old man with a 30-year-old girlfriend and having a baby and blah, 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 blah. And men are misogynistic. But it's interesting, 35% of women have no problem when it's, yeah, girl, do you, boss B, all of this stuff, you're so strong, right? Toby Ingham, a psychotherapist and author of the new self-help book, Retroactive Jealousy, Making Sense of It, says the perfect age disparity doesn't exist in relationships. Do remember, gentlemen, the age-old or, decades, we had the theory of take your age, if you're a 50-year-old man, for example, divide it by 2, that's 25, and add 7. You shouldn't date a woman at that point below 32. If you're a 60-year-old man, divide your age in half, 30, add 7. You shouldn't date a woman younger than 37. The problem is, 40 years ago, that was a different type of woman. She didn't have a body count of 150. Now, these women have that strong body count, so they're bringing all of that drama into the relationship. Thereby, statistically, if the body count is over 10 for a woman, the chance of divorce is 80%. So, gentlemen, again, the point to be made is age and body count are a factor. The bigger the body count for a woman, the less her ability to chemical bond to you, and the more likelihood that relationship will fail. The lower the body count, the higher the success. Therefore, younger women are a better option, destroying the half adds 7 rule, because really you need to be with someone under 25. Though, and hopefully she doesn't have a body count over 30 by then. But let's continue on with this article. There used to be a rule that, as a thumb, half your age plus 7, what I just talked about, right? That may be outdated. And they're saying age gap relationships aren't new. Recall Alec and at 65 and Hilaria Baldwin, 39. Well, that's because of the money. Bag secured. Cha-ching. Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas, 41, 31. Ching. Leonardo DiCaprio, 49. Vittoria Caretti, 25. Cha-ching, ching. And all the other women thereafter. Gigi. Leonardo is the man. And he's showing, don't date anyone over 22 because their trauma is significant. Some have long touted the benefit of gen blend relationships. Syracuse woman said the 27-year gap with her husband makes him a, quote, better dad to their toddler, despite strangers mistaking him for the boy's granddad. So where does that put us? It puts us in a situation that we have to go ahead and reassess where we are and what is the potential. That being said, one moment, please. And we're back. So, as we were talking about this, pardon me, a little technical difficulty, but we're back to handle it again. Said she was upset when they slept together because in her head she didn't think she wanted to be with an older man. She was 36 at the time. I took some time and came to terms with it. Now I'm happier than ever. Yeah, because them dollars was flowing. That's why. But I'm not faulting her. You know what? She's happy. She's found a man that can provide. One Texas couple with a 47-year age difference gushed about their love last year while slamming criticism. Devon Aubrey, then 27, said of Kathy Jenkins, 74, he says, she is so perfect for me and she's very experienced in life and teaches me a lot. We never fight, can always talk without yelling, and I trust her completely. That sounds like a mother. You don't fight with your mom. She's very experienced, teaches him a lot, except the creepy part due to sleeping with his mom. Gross. Because of our age gap, sometimes people assume that Kathy is rich and all I want is her money, which is not the case at all. Whose name is on the title? Whose name is on the mortgage? Let's see. And is there anything else? Is that where our article ends? That would be where our article ends. So back to the title. But here's some things to take away from this, right? And here's some things for you all to understand. See, we weren't being misogynistic bringing this up in the past because this is normal behavior. Younger women for centuries have always been with older men. Now, the problem is they're saying that also women are open to dating younger men. Now, here's why. Dating, please understand, when a man is dating a younger woman, that younger woman is also open to marriage and even encouraging it because she knows all of her needs will be met. She will be provided for, she will be protected, she will have leadership. She could start her own business, he can fund it, whatever she wants. There will be no struggle. When many of these cougars take on these young boys, they're caking them off. They're buying them stuff, they're gifts. I know of one guy told me that she bought him a boat. I mean, these older women are so lonely and desperate that they'll do anything for company because they are sitting on a lot of cash. And to a young guy, it's not a lot of money, right? You know, oh, she bought him a PlayStation for $500 to $1,000. To him, that's a lot of money. To the old woman, for the company she gets with the young man, priceless. She will pay that $500 to $1,000 happily to have that young man in her life, that eye candy. And really, it's like a baby. The problem is she provides and sets him up until inevitably he finds a younger woman, someone his age, and then leaves the older woman for her. And he's like, what did you think? You're 40, I'm 20. Or she's like, oh, I can't date him. I've heard her say, oh, he's my son's age. So the only reason why you wouldn't sleep with him is because he's your son's age, not because you feel it's wrong. See, the thing is, and ladies, you have to understand this. They only want to sleep with you. They're dragging their balls on your forehead. They have no intentions of a relationship. None. And as the relationship that you think you have progresses, he's still somewhere secretly looking at a hot body 25-year-old girl that inevitably he will leave you for. And some of you will say, I don't care. I'm getting what I want. My needs are being met. I'm having my sexual satisfaction. Ladies, let's be honest. After 3 to 5 times of having sex with him, you start to form a chemical bond with him. Then all of a sudden the conversation changes to you start seeing yourself in a relationship with him and thinking, well, you know, you're starting to grow on me. I really enjoy the time we spend together. Next thing you know, she wants a relationship with him. This is nothing new. It's not the same. We have to stop with drawing the parallels and thinking it's the same when an older woman is with a younger man or vice versa. An older man with a younger woman is not the same. And what ends up happening is inevitably that younger man fades away in his interest because he craves a younger woman. Now, no lie, there's some 40 and 50-year-olds that are still extremely attractive. And you know what? Yeah, young men will pump and dump them. They'll jump in, sport fish, take a picture with it and throw it back in the water. But they're not going to take it home to cook and prepare a meal for the family. A lot of these women over 45, 50 can't give a family. T-man, what's going on? And that's the issue that's going on with a lot of these women, and even in this article, because now they're trying to boost women up thinking, oh, all of these young men are all over me. No, they just want to knock you down. They're just going to run through you and increase your body count. And then inevitably, you're useless. You're a retread. You've had so many bodies and mileage on you that you're so toxic that you can't even be in a normal relationship because you've allowed so many men to enter your body. You can't bond. You can't chemically bond to these men. And all you are now is passed from man to man to man, and you're being sold by the feminist movement that you are truly independent and free to make these decisions of your own volition. When in actuality, these guys are just using you. The best thing you could do, this is the truth. The best thing you can do to save yourself is call your ex and beg, plead. Listen, I'm sorry. I destroyed our family. I took all of that child support money. Can I work out a payment plan to repay you? As a matter of fact, everything I own, I'm just going to wire it to your account. I am sorry. I screwed up, and I want to do Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner with our children and tell them mom will be in the kitchen cooking again. I am sorry. But chances are, ladies, you screwed up so bad. Underdog, the producer, what's up? You screwed up so bad that man, and I covered this in another article, she left her husband over a guy she met, who was 16 years older than her, left her husband for a guy she had met twice. The husband replaced her with an 18-year-old. The 61-year-old husband moved in an 18-year-old girl into his English mansion. She threw it all away. Ladies, this is a bell warning. And I'm pleading with you with this. Do not follow this feminist mumbo jumbo, which will guide you like the Pied Piper into the ocean to your death. You will be miserable at 50, 60 years old, like so many of these other women on TikTok and on Instagram. First, they're posting how happy they are and that they've divorced and their divorce party and they've burnt their wedding gown. And then 6 months later, the same woman is doing a video. Where are all the good men? Men are so horrible. We need them to be emotionally available. You screwed up. And I wouldn't even, if I were the man, take you back, be honest with you. But given that you have children, and more likely than not, there's an 80% chance he wasn't the one who initiated divorce. But just understand, when you approach your husband again as a 40 or 50-year-old, you're competing with 25-year-olds now who want to be where you are, who want that bedroom that he provided, who want the car that he provided, all the things. And to them, their budget isn't big. Wow, he bought me a new Apple iPhone. I want to go on vacations. I want to do this. I want to do that. I need money for Botox. I need to get plastic surgery. I need another set of implants because the ones I got 10 years ago are too old. And I need to get even bigger because the wrinkles on my neck are here now and I want to get surgery to get rid of the wrinkles. The young broad ain't got that. And now you're competing in the market with a 25-year-old. Well, Gordon, you're competing with a 25-year-old too. Listen, I'm not worried about competing with a 25-year-old. You want to do Applebee's for the rest of your life? Knock yourself out. It ain't the same with me, and you know that, right? And that's okay, because I want you to go ahead and go with these young boys because you all need to have the scarlet letter A, marked, untouchable, expired. What did Brother Samuel say? Let's go back to Brother Samuel's in heaven.
27,
go.
time to sell. 30, 50% off. Over 35 on clearance. 40, outlet. 50, Goodwill, Salvation Army.
Spoken like the genius he was, that he tried to help modern women. And they fought and fought and fought. And here we are. Anyway, appreciate it, gentlemen. Tonight was a quickie. We're going to have to reissue this. But again, ladies, take heed. This is not trying to knock away your shine and your ability to go out there and date. But understand, it's recreational use only. And I'm glad to see that when we men in the manosphere have said this all along, it was called misogynistic. But this is natural. What's not natural is older women who gave up their shot. You can't give that young man a family. When he goes home to his mother, let's put yourself in his mother's shoes. He goes home for Thanksgiving coming up next week and brings home a woman 20 years older than him. And mom was thinking the whole time about her whole life about having a grandson and a granddaughter. And here you come walking through the door at 40-something years old. Oh, my kids are grown. They're out of the home. Oh. She knows you're less than 10 years from menopause. What can you offer my son? You can't offer us a grandchild. Oh, Mom, I don't want any kids. I'm just happy to be in love with her. Lady, the parents are never going to be down for you. They're going to hope and pray. They're going to be the cheerleaders of him leaving, even bringing other women for him to meet. Why would you want to be with that old woman? They'd recruit his brothers and sisters or cousins to do the bidding. Like, dude, why are you hanging out? You remember Demi Moore? What happened with Ashton Kutcher? I'm trying to tell you. This isn't hateful. This is like you all messed up. And rather than apologize and go back to what worked, all of the high heels and sexy clothes that you wouldn't, and the gym membership that you wouldn't do for your husband, do it now. He's the only one that's really going to love your kids either. Oh, my kids are my world. Absolutely. They're your world, not mine. Don't care about them. Not my kids. The only person who really cares about them kids is the biological father. Otherwise, you're just getting used. And I remember there was a woman on a podcast, I'm just happy to be out here having a good time and dating. And they were like, any one of those guys that you dated with ever asked to marry you? And she sat there perplexed like, they were just using you. And you willingly, and you're like, I'm just a strong, independent woman and I'm living my best life. And them guys are like, okay, all right. We're going to start with gangbang with a couple of my boys, and you're just going to do all the nasty, freaky stuff that I like and pay for it. Oh, and you know, can you spot me 500? My car needs a repair. And you're like, because after a while, after he's plugging you for a little bit, y'all ladies give in. Because you don't want to lose him, because what do you have as an option? Well, there's plenty of other men that they will not get down on one knee for you. They're not going to commit. They're going to use you. Your flesh to pound. That's it. Anyway, age gap relationships are going to surge next year. Brother Samuels was right. It's about to take off. The younger women are going to go ahead and get with the older men. Younger men, my advice to you, start stacking that paper. Because as you hit your stride in 40, it's going to be you too. You too are going to have the 21, 23-year-old and have your pick of the litter. Because you've built your empire. You stayed on your purpose. You stayed on your path. That's what you do. And these older women, they're going to go off into 60s with their box wine, cats, and dogs. Hopefully, we start to see a reversal. The younger women are catching on now. They're saying, because note this, the younger women are saying, we've seen what's happening to these older chicks and we don't want it to be us. I'm going to find me an older man, settle down and get into a relationship, get married. The older ones haven't learned their lesson. They're going to die out like weeds. What do they call them in China? Leftovers. Right? Women over 27 who don't have a kid and are unmarried, they call them leftovers in China. Can't make this up. Till next time, peace.